talking about Zen as I was just speaking now one day, and a student came up to me and he said, "Professor, I think I know something about Zen. I think I know something about this." And I said, "Yeah? Tell me more." He said, "Well, I was once studying at a military academy in New Mexico, and there was a sergeant who was supposed to be a Zen teacher. And I went to him and I said, 'Sergeant, teach me about Zen.' And he looked me up and down and he said, 'Well, I'll teach you about Zen, but I want you to answer a question for me first. Come on over to the window.' He took me over to the window and he pointed to 3 trees and he said, 'See those trees? What does the middle tree mean?' And I looked at the trees and I said, 'Well, you know, it's kind of like an architectural barrier and it separates the soccer field from the river.' And the sergeant said, 'Get out of here. Don't come back until you can tell me what it means.' And he came back a week later and he said, 'Well, Sergeant, you know, I've been thinking about this.' And he said, 'I think it's kind of like a symbol of organic creativity, you know. It puts its roots down in the soil and it gets water and it's got its leaves up in the air.' The sergeant said, 'Get out of here. Don't come back until you can tell me what it means.' So I thought about it for a while and I was obsessed by this tree. One day he was sitting in chapel right next to the tree and just became so frustrated that he couldn't deal with it anymore. And he jumped up in the middle of the chapel service and he went running out and he looked at the tree and he said, 'That tree doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean a damn thing.' And he went back to the sergeant and he said, 'Sergeant, that tree doesn't mean anything.' And the sergeant said, 'Okay, now I can teach you about Zen.' Powerful tradition, direct experience of emptiness, a direct experience of ultimate reality."
Hey, how's it going, everyone? I missed you guys. Sort of. So, I have a riddle for you, or question. If you could be any flavor of imaginary bubblegum, what flavor would you be? Leave it in the comments section. Okay, so this is your host, Gotten Furian, and I'm going to tell you all a little, just go on a little, I guess, tell you what a few of the things I'm thinking about after I read the abstract from a study called Psychological Effects of Meditation, a meta-analysis by Sedelmeier P. et al. In the Psychological Bulletin of 2012. As some of you may know, I just got off of a 7-day, all-day long meditation kick, I guess you could call it. And because I heard that Buddha said that was the minimum amount of time required for to attain the lowest level of enlightenment, first stage. And I kind of do feel a little different-y. So I'm going to go ahead and just jump into the abstract. In this meta-analysis, we give a comprehensive overview of the effects of meditation on psychological variables that can be extracted from empirical studies, concentrating on the effects of meditation on non-clinical groups of adult meditators. That was non-clinical groups of adult meditators. Mostly because of methodological problems. Almost 3/4 of the initially identified 595 studies have to be excluded. Most studies appear to have been conducted without sufficient theoretical background. To put the results into perspective, we briefly summarize the major theoretical approaches from both East and West. The 163 studies that allowed the calculation of effect sizes exhibited medium average effects, which is to say R equals 0.28 for all studies and R equals 0.27 for the N equals 25 studies from reviewed journals, which they accepted, which cannot be explained by mere relaxation or cognitive restructuring effects. So I'm not sure if that means that it was a biochemical change or what, but I suppose if I read the whole study, but which I didn't. But it says that it cannot be explained by mere relaxation or cognitive restructuring effects. In general, results were strongest, medium to large, for changes in emotionality and relationship issues, less strong, about medium, for measures of attention, and weakest, small to medium, for cognitive measures. However, Oh, if you all hear that, that's fireworks in the background. There's fireworks near me. Very near me. Okay, for small to medium for cognitive measures. However, specific findings varied across different approaches to meditation. Transcendental meditation, mindfulness meditation, that's the one I did, and other meditation techniques. Surprisingly, meditation experience only partially co-varied with long-term impact on the variables examined. In general, the dependent variables covered only some of the content areas about which predictions can be made from already existing theories about meditation. Still, such predictions lack precision at present. We conclude that to arrive at a comprehensive understanding of why and how meditation works, emphasis should be placed on development of more precise theories and measurement devices. I would agree. Not too long ago, this was just thought of as hoobie-jooby, but I can say that my jimmies have been fundamentally unrustled to a relative degree. One down, 3 more stages of enlightenment to go. But I want to go ahead and share that with you all, in case you're thinking, hey, I could use some of that enlightenment, whatever. Well, I'm here to tell you that it'll be worth your time, okay? I was out running, as I like to do, and while I was doing that, these women were watching me, okay? Women, I don't know what their deal is. I know that oxytocin promotes facial gazing, so they just want to look at a face or whatever, make eye contact. But I get annoyed pretty easily, okay? And I'm just like, I didn't flip them the bird though, alright? So that's what I wanted to tell you all. If anyone's watching this might even get any views, I wouldn't be surprised if I don't. But even then, whatever, this is my vlog, this is my video journal. So, oh, y'all like those fireworks? Can you hear them? So, and I'm inside right now, that's how loud they are. And I can see them. It's really quite nice. They got the red ones and the blue ones and the loud ones and yeah, it's really nice. Okay, so I'm getting just pretty colors. I can watch it from my window. How cool is that? So I can play my video games, talk to you all, and cook, and listen to music, and watch fireworks all at the same time if I get the right day at the right time. Okay, that was at sundown, alright? And I didn't flip them the bird, okay? And there are always these vaguely Mexican chicks, right? And we wouldn't have this many illegal immigrants. We would have more white people running around, who are the major demographic here, if it weren't for women voting 100 years for the party that opens the borders, taxes the men into oblivion. The women are taking the men's jobs, and then they don't put in as much taxes. See my last 2 videos, okay? So now they can't find good men that make enough money because they're taking all the jobs with affirmative action, and lower class white men like me who never were educated because their parents sucked, and they're not maybe the highest caliber of person, but I'm smart. My IQ is well over average. I don't even know what it is, but last time I was tested like scholastically, the average was right there, and then a full page later was me. So they had to actually make out a larger printout for me in the 8th grade tests, whatever those were called. And everyone was looking at me like, what's up with him? I don't know. I had straight A's before I dropped out in 10th grade, okay? And they done run me through quite a bit of math, so, I mean, what? Right? So I'm sharper than most tacks, okay? And I'm way stronger and faster, you know, and I don't know many people can do flips or, you know, handstand push-ups, or beat up 10 armed guys at once. See my Street Fighter Storytime series. But, okay, so I don't know if you heard that Zen guy in the beginning where the dude was like, it's just a stupid tree. That's basically, that's me, you know, where I was just like, I need to just accept whatever and move on. But part of me did want to flip them off, like, look, first off, you're not even white, you're vaguely Mexican, stop staring at me, you know, you're not going to pay my bills, so what? See, I'm already going on a tangent rant. Okay, so just remember what kind of imaginary bubblegum flavor you want to be and leave it in the comment section. But, okay, I'm about done here, but hope y'all like the fireworks. But let me know your meditation experiences. I didn't flip them off. I maintained my cool. I just took a nice deep diaphragm engaging breath, and I just went on with myself. You know, so I thought, hey, this is working. It's working. So I'm gonna go ahead and meditate some more. Maybe I can get up to my next installment of what is it? The Enlightenment Project. Will hopefully not start out with a "I hate you all, forget you all" rant video. It might, it might. Maybe that's the impetus I need. But I wanted to go ahead and bring it up and kind of invite you all to hey, meditate with me. What did y'all think about that study? They said that what do they say? Effects that can't be gotten by just relaxation, which is what I would figure it was, or effects that can't be gotten by what was it? Cognitive something or other. By mere cognitive la la la. 1 second. Oh yeah, but they have a poor theoretical background in measurement ability, that's for sure. Let's see here. Studies, results, perspective, blah blah blah. Blah blah blah. I don't even see it now. It's hard to scan these things really quickly. But okay. It was by cognitive something. Cognitive adjustment, was it? I don't know. So the fact of basically what they're saying to me is that something happened. What I got from it was biochemical. Is that like maybe it's a neurological change, like my various neurons, dopamine, serotonin, things like that have been altered, like fundamentally, because I would think that just it was me relaxing, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Because that like Zen thing is hard to just pull out of nowhere. It has to be like integrated into the person. And so I guess let me know what you all think. And what they were saying is like changes in emotionality and relationship issues were strong, and then measures of attention were the weakest. And whoa, okay. So even just that tells me that it's not really my attention span getting longer either. But like I was saying, maybe it is neurological, which actually makes sense. And they were measured 3 different kinds of meditation. I was doing the mindfulness meditation. Okay, so it only partially co-varied with long-term effects, and that's what I think I'm experiencing, because I didn't do the meditation yesterday or today. So I mean that's 2 days later. That's pretty good. And they only some of the stuff goes with our pre-existing theories about meditation. I can't find that spot that was saying what it was. Cognitive something. Okay, well, I'll put the link in the description, I suppose. But okay, here it is. The effects which cannot be explained by mere relaxation or cognitive restructuring effects. Okay, so I'm not really sure what that means, but I'm going to look it up. But I would think it is cognitive restructuring. So that's what I thought it was. So, but they're saying it can't be explained by just that. So maybe it is just straight biochemistry and neurological changes. Like my amygdala chilled out on the one hand, which is what they're saying. But then on top of that, maybe it was something else. But let me know what you all think. Let me know your bubblegum flavor. This is Forgotten Furion, and I'll catch you in the next one.
Okay, am I the only one who finds these sayings just a little bit formulaic? If you want to push something down, you have to pull it up. If you want to go left, you have to go right.
Your temper is very quick, my friend. But until you learn to master your rage
will become your master? That's what you were going to say, right? Right?
Not necessarily.